Hey everybody, welcome back to Boatful Sailing. Thanks for tuning in last week, thanks for tuning in this week, and thanks for subscribing. We really appreciate it. The channel's really growing and we're grateful. It's a gray May cold day, so what better way to spend it than looking at the top 10 coolest boats currently for sale between the prices of $15,000 and $20,000, located in our great New England states, to include Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Now, some of you might be saying, what are you doing going outside of the great state of Maine? Well, I was born in Boston. I've got family living outside of Boston. I lived in Boston, outside of Boston, for a number of years. I went to school in Western Connecticut. I taught sailing out of Darien, Connecticut. I've sailed and raced on Long Island Sound. And as far as Rhode Island goes, I've done the Black Island Race Week. I've been to Newport numerous times, and I did my first yacht delivery back in 1992 when I was fresh out of college, from Warwick, Rhode Island, down to St. John's in the USVIs via Bermuda. New Hampshire, I spent 7 years of my life there. Vermont is the weakest link, but the third owner of our Morgan lives in Vermont, so I got New England covered. I'm a New England boy, so I feel safe going outside of my state boundaries right now and state lines. But I also currently have Patriots swag on. So no offense to anyone who likes the Giants or somebody else, but I'm a Patriots fan, have been my whole life. And speaking of swag, I'm trying to come up with a name for this weekly program that I'm doing. It's sort of like speed dating, right? So I was thinking speed boating. It's also sort of like the Antiques Roadshow, but we don't go on the road. So I was thinking like Antique Boat Show. But if one of our viewers has a really killer name and we select it, we will send you some Boatful swag on us. And for the rest of you who would like some Boatful swag and want to support our program, go to boatfools.com/shop, and we've got hats, t-shirts, mugs, some really fun stuff, and there'll be more coming. But we would really greatly appreciate your support, and I'll put the information in the description below. So today, I've curated the 10 best, most interesting boats in that price range in our great New England states. They're really cool, so get ready to fly, buckle up, and let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 10 this week is a 1990 Catalina 28, list price of $19,900, located in North Hero, Vermont. So be a hero, buy this boat. If you're looking for your first boat or a small family cruiser, this is the one. You've got a wing keel, which means shallow draft. This boat's got it all. I think it's adorable. For 28 feet, it packs a ton in here. So let's take a look. You got roller furling. You got a Dodger. Most importantly and most fun maybe, you got a sugar scoop transom on this boat with a ladder and aft seats on the aft rail and a bimini. Sugar scoop transom. Check that out. That is so cool. And here it is. You got a nice big cockpit. And down below is nice and tidy, which is a mark of good seamanship, which is the kind of boat you're looking for. The engine looks decent. It's hard to tell from the pictures, but it looks like it's been maintained. And the down below, like I said, is as neat as a pin. Cushions are a little tired, but you could drop this thing in the water and go. It's got all the bells and whistles packed into 28 feet. It is a cabin stepped, deck step mast, so it doesn't take up a lot down below. You do have a compression post though. Head looks like it's been updated, and this boat could just drop in the water and go. Again, I think it's adorable. It's got all the accoutrements: sugar scoop, bimini, Dodger, ladder, seats. What more do you want? And a nice wing keel. I don't know if it comes with a cradle. It doesn't say. However, it is broker represented, so I don't know how much wiggle room there'll be on the price, but just aim low. I think because of rising inventories, prices are going to start coming down. You might as well aim low. Cute little boat, number 10 this week, a 1990 Catalina 28. Okay, coming in at number 9 is a 1969 Cal 2-30. It's a 30-footer located in Salem, Massachusetts. List price of $16,900. It's been on the market for about 3 weeks. Now, not a lot of pictures, but it looks like it's a fast little fractional rig boat. It looks like it's been well maintained, and the old advertisement for it calls it a new hot ocean racer, built by Jensen Marine. And this has a new 25 horsepower General Diesel engine installed 3 years ago with only 25 hours on it. Also, this spring, all new standing rigging, including aft chain plate and a rebuilt mast step. New bilge pump, new lights and wiring above decks, cabin water foot pump, new main sheet, newly serviced roller furler, and self-tailing winches. New mainsail and jib from Doyle as of 2021. The seller says they're losing their shirt on this, but why do all the work? They're saying the point is to do right by the boat. That's the kind of boat you want, something that's been loved by the owner. Take a look at this. It also comes with a possible mooring if you're interested. Like I said, it's in Salem, Mass. There is a mooring in Salem Willows, and they're willing to sell the mooring at a discount. So you can have your boat and your place to put it all in one fell swoop for a price of $16,900, and it's a FSBO, so you might aim low and get it for even better steel. What a cool little boat. Check it out. Coming in at number 8 this week is a newly listed 1985 Pearson 34 located in Franklin, Mass. List price of $19,900. There's not a lot of detail on this, but we can discern a lot from the images. This thing is a cool boat. 34 feet if you want something a little bigger. She's going to be fast. She's going to be comfortable. It's got an asymmetrical chute. And the gel coat looks to be in really good condition. You've got radar. And the tow rails and other bright work looks like it's been well maintained. You'll see in a second. It does have a centerboard, so you got a shoal keel with a centerboard drop down out of that. You got a semi-balanced rudder off a partial skeg. And let's get to some interior photos because this thing is brand spanking new down below for a 1985 boat. Nice little forward hatch here. You can see the bright work has been well maintained. Nice anchor there. And there's your radar. We're heading down below. Oh, newer electronics with this, looks like a Garmin on your binnacle here. The nice high combing in your cockpit table. This boat is slick. And wait until you see below. You could eat off the floor in this thing. Nice code gas locker here for your LP. And there's your rudder. And you got a line cutter on that right there. Okay, here's your V-berth. And coming into the main salon area, the head looks clean. Look at this, mint keel step mast. You got a plant that's living here. So if you have an alive plant in your main cabin, it's kind of like a canary in the coal mine. If the plant's alive, you're going to live. That means it doesn't smell like a musty old boat. This thing is going to be as fresh as a daisy. I love it. This thing is clean, tidy, and again, that seamanship thing. Obviously, the owners love this boat, and they're parting ways with it for whatever reason, but it's been well maintained, and I would take a real close look at this. At $19,900, you could have a sweet boat. It is represented by Lawson Yachts, so not sure how much wiggle room, but like I said, aim low. This is a real beauty. It looks like it's spit polished clean, and you could take off tomorrow and do your summer cruising this summer without having to do a thing to this boat to get it ready. Okay, moving on to number 7 is a 1975 Willard Marine 30-8T, which means it's an 8-tonner. It's a heavy displacement. It's 35 feet with the bowsprit. A list price of $16,900, located in Hyannis, Massachusetts. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. A massive price drop from $17,000 to $16,900. It dropped by $100, as noted here. Anyway, this has got the imprint of wood in the fiberglass here, so it looks like it's wood, but it's really fiberglass. And only 30 of these were made. Now, this is not going to tear up a race course. This is a blue water cruiser, heavy displacement. It's got a comfort ratio of 41 relative to, let's say, the Morgan 38-2 has a comfort ratio of 29. The higher the number, the more comfortable the boat is. It's got some solar, and it's got mast steps. Look at that. You can climb right up your mast. It's got lazy jacks, and it's a cutter rig, and I think she's 17,000 pounds displacement at 35 feet. That's a heavy boat. The decks look great. You've got high bulwarks here for stability and foot placement. The bright work needs a little work, but all in all, this is a really cool boat. I love the cockpit. It is a double ender. It is a wheel. You've got newer electronics. That's a Garmin, but nice high combings and winches led aft. I can't tell if those are self-tailors. They do not look to be. So you might want to update those if you're going to do some solo sailing. But a neat little boat. The down below is, I'd say, average for the age, and you would want to put some sweat equity and elbow grease into fixing this up, maybe oil it or whatever have you, or what have you, to bring her up to date a little bit, make her a little bit nicer looking. But everything looks serviceable. This is a rock solid boat. Again, only 30 made, and it's got a Perkins 4108, which is the engine I have. These things are really great engines, very solid. You can get a better sense of that that wood look to it, but it is fiberglass. Okay, Here is the sailboat data on this real quick. Sail area displacement of 14.2, so not particularly fast. But again, we're not buying this for speed. You're buying this for confidence to take it anywhere. Designed by William Crelock. William Crelock, I believe he was with Pacific Seacraft at some point. So I might be wrong on that. Someone can call me out on that, but that is the pedigree of this type of boat. So it's going to be solid, and you can take it anywhere. All right, coming in at number 6 is a 1980 Saber 30. You know I love my Sabers. I had to put this one here. It's down in Hingham, Massachusetts. List price of $19,500, posted less than 3 weeks ago, and it's got a 2005 Yanmar diesel with low hours on it. So it's 18 horsepower, and this boat is a great performance cruiser. It's in good condition, and the pictures would suggest the same. It has not been bastardized. This looks like mostly original stuff, except for the electronics, which are even dated, but still. The boat itself is pretty much the way you would have bought it back in 1980. The gel coat looks fantastic for the age. It doesn't look like it's been painted over with all grip. So I think you could probably buff that out and get a nice shine to it. But a handsome classic boat, made in Maine, solid Saber 30. Love this boat. And it's down in Hingham, Massachusetts. All right. Breaking the top 5 this week is a 1974 Pearson 10 meter. We haven't done one of these before. She's 33 feet, and there are several of these around, but this one is by far the nicest on the market. List price of $18,500. It is broker represented by New Wave Yachts in South Dartmouth, Mass. It is in Dartmouth, Mass, and this boat has been redone from top to bottom, stem to stern. Just quickly, Bill Shaw design. She's 33 feet, and she has been owned by the current owner for 24 years. Standing rigging was replaced in 1999, so it's getting toward the end of its useful life. New diesel engine as of 2017 with only 214 hours on it. New sales in 2017, and all running rigging was replaced in 2018 with a new Garmin GPS chart plotter as of 2020. New cockpit canvas, new interior cushions, new lifeline is 2016. New hull paint in 2016. This thing is a gem. Let's look at these pictures real quick. I love the deck color, that beige against the dark blue. Look at that. Look at the top sides. Wow. You can see a reflection in that. Stern ladder, which is nice. Skeg hung rudder, which is fantastic. And cockpit looks great. You got a nice Dodger. Helm station there. Down below, the pictures are a little fuzzy, but you can tell that this boat has been loved. You got a pilot berth up here, and head looks decent. Engine looks like it's been painted, but looks new. And all the wiring and electronics have been updated. Look at that. That's top shelf right there. That's top shelf, ladies and gentlemen. This boat is turnkey, and for the age, it's astonishing. I would take a real close look at this one. 1974 Pearson 10 meter. List price $18,500. Dartmouth, Massachusetts, number 5 this week. All right. Coming in at number 4 is a 1978 Vineyard Vixen 34. I love the look of this boat. The gel coat looks to be in great shape. Its list price is $19,900, located in Mystic, Connecticut, brokered by Maritime Boat Sales. And the owner is 91 years old. They're saying bring all offers. As a newer Yanmar engine with only 160 hours on it, guys and gals. 160 hours. That thing's brand freaking new. All right, nice double ender here. It's tiller steering, nice high combing in the cockpit. Bright work could use a little love, but the decks look nice. Pictures down below are grainy, except for this one. This looks like amazing joinery in here. It looks like an amazing bright main salon in here. You've got a nice wood stove, and this boat is a gem. These things are solid. Look at this. It's like going back in time. I mean, how could you not love this? I really love the interior on this boat, and it looks serviceable, if not a little dated, but a little elbow grease, and she's going to be ready to go and take you anywhere. It's a Vineyard Vixen. These things are solid boats, and like I said, the engine only has 160 hours on it. That's worth its weight in gold. Check this boat out. Really cool. It's currently offered for sale in Mystic, Connecticut from Maritime Boat Sales, and from all my research, it is still currently for sale. All right, take a deep breath. I do this all at once. It's a lot. Coming in at number 3 this week is a 1984 Cape Dory 30-footer. $20,000. It's the most expensive one on our list this week. And there are not a lot of pictures to prove why, but it looks nice. It's a cutter rig. It's only been listed for 6 days. It's an Elliott main, and the universal engine was rebuilt in 2021, and it is the cutter rig. It's got the radar. It's got a Dodger. It is a beautiful looking Cape Dory, and you can tell from this picture alone that the decks are in great shape and that clearly someone has kept this boat up. And it just came on the market. It will not last long. I love this boat. It's a Cape Dory. This thing would take you around the world if you so chose to do that. And it looks like, I wish there were more photos, but it just came on, and I would take a close look at this one. Elliott Main, 1984 Cape Dory 30, cutter rig, $20,000, for sale by owner, aim low. I love it. All right, coming in at number 2 this week. Okay, speaking of going back in time, this thing is a really cool boat. It's a 1965 Allied Seabreeze. She's 35 feet, list price of $19,900, located in North Kingstown, Rhode Island, and just had a price drop of $3,600 back on April 18th. Now, Captain Q did a tour of a Allied Seabreeze that had a wheel, one of his earlier episodes. I'll put the information down in the description section so you can go check it out, because it'll show you you'll get a better feel for the interior of this boat. But this is a beautiful boat. And it's been well maintained. It has only had 2 owners his entire life since 1965. So that means the 2 owners that did own her have loved this boat with all of their hearts and minds, because she's been clearly well maintained. It looks like the all grip has been done. It is tiller. I do love the coaming. That's wood, but it does need some love and affection and attention. But the decks look great. And if you want a piece of history, I love the blue. It's honestly, it's so perfect for the era. It hasn't been updated. It's crazy. It's a time capsule. But the down below could use a little updating and some love. But I think with the right owners and the right creative mind, you could get this thing tuned up and looking really sweet. It doesn't have a full stove. It just has a cooktop. But that's fine. You can get away with that for a long time. They have since 1965. Hull number 40, Allied Boat Company from Catskill, New York. Look at this. It's like from another time, and it is a time capsule. It's beautiful. So here's some better pictures of it, actually, that are a little bigger to see. But obviously the all grip top sides have been done. But it's the same set of pictures, but just bigger. Anyway, I love this boat. She's number 2 this week. And like I said, with a little effort, this could be a real charming boat and a head turner. This is the sloop, not the catch rig, or yawl rather. But there you have it. Number 2 this week is a 1965 Allied Seabreeze. Beautiful boat. Okay, drum roll. Number 1 this week is a 1978 Seafarer 30. It is still currently for sale. List price of $15,500. Motivated seller. Has the original owner, ladies and gentlemen. So this is a 1-owner boat from 1978. Clearly the top sides have been done. The bottom has been painted, though there are some big pieces of paint coming off the bottom, which you'll see in a second. But so you might get a good survey to make sure everything's okay, but it could be just peeling off because there are too many layers. But the Brightwort looks beautiful. It's got a ladder off the transom. You've got self-tailing winches, and you've got a nice you got a nice bulwark and tow rail on this, which is sweet. And again, you got the fresh paint job. You got a skeg hung rudder. You got a 3-bladed prop. And here's what I'm talking about with the paint on the bottom. I would soda blast this and find out if there are any problems. Wheel helm, and the down below, also electronics decent. Sorry, there are a lot of photos we'll try to get through here. You've got shore power on this, and it is a deck step mast, which isn't necessarily great, but isn't necessarily bad if it's done well. And down below looks serviceable and tidy. The cushions look like they've been updated, and because they don't match the V-berth. And the sole floor looks decent, head looks decent, and the galley stove, this needs to be replaced. It does have refrigeration. Head looks okay. Newer sales as of 2020. Also, let's see, you've got the 2005 Yanmar with only 270 hours on it. And like I said, the rigging was inspected. and she was bottom painted and all grip. She comes with a mainsail, Genoa spinnaker, and roller furling, all north sails as of 2012. Super clean boat per the notes, and low engine Yanmar diesel. And I have to say, this boat is a beauty. And the sailboat data suggests that she's going to be pretty quick. You got a sail area displacement of 18.6 and a capsizing of under 2, which is what you want. You got an S factor of over 2, which is what you want. This boat has it all. And it's just a beautiful boat. So number 1 this week is the 1978 Seafarer 30, and she is a real beauty. List price of $15,500. Check it out. One owner boat. That is unheard of in this day and age. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.